All right, guys. So we're back with Game Freaks and sponsored by Rory. We saw sponsored by Rory take game number one with that Chen on Dragonshire. So that was the pick of sponsored by Rory. We'll see how the Battlefield of Eternity plays out, which was the pick of Game Freaks. So it looks like they're forcing sponsored by Rory to decide if they want the mouth or if they want someone else because they're looking to support choke here. At this point, you have the choice of taking a mouth as your first pick or giving up mouth and someone like a Garage or maybe a Mayav. They do span out the Medivh because Mayog's Medivh looked really good there. Now, they are going to opt for that mouth variant. I think this is okay. I think you're kind of damned if you do and can't damned if you don't, because this is the next scenario that happens. Hanzo and Garage. Like, no, they didn't even think about it. They basically were like, yeah, baby, we know exactly what we want. We know how it's going to play out. They're going to take them out, and we're going to take Hanzo and Garage. And I like it. Now, is it bad for we're sponsored by Rory? It kind of is, because he gave up both Garage and Hanzo for the mouth. I feel like giving up both of them on this map is not the choice you want. But be fair, I think Rhaegar would have been a fine pick here. Well, Rhaegar is a good pick on this map. He helps out with the race. And so giving up the mouth for the Hanzo, I think would have been appropriate. But they would have also had to deal with Garrosh more than likely. So they're opting for their tag team duo, the Greymane and the Genji once again. Now, it worked out okay for them, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure I'm feeling it again. The Greymane though does have good race. Genji doesn't have good race. He feels a lot less valuable on PoE because there's a lot less gank potential than on other maps. So that leaves, a tank ban, very possible or probable, solo lane bans, which are also very likely. And the only difference is this time they have Mouth, so it makes it a little harder for them to opt for a Chen. They could still opt for the Chen if they so choose because, well, Mouth will not be up there with them. Tyrael is going to be the ban. Now, Tyrael, I'm not sure how I feel about it because I feel like he's significantly weaker than he used to. Well, significantly is okay, probably an exaggeration. He's weaker than he used to be. So we know he's weaker than he used to be. So why pick him at this point? Well, he has sanctification. Sanctification is still a playmaker, especially with a Greymane, Genji, and more than likely a Dragon Blade. So they are definitely taking their time thinking this through. They should be banning a support and choking the supports from the side of Game Freaks. They basically need to do the reverse. So they're taking out the Lily. This is a little spicy. Right now, the Greymane will get blinded, and that's a lot of DPS to lose. And Bernie Burn was ready for some adventure, clearly, as you can see. Sad Panda. And I like this ban because it's essentially the reverse situation. They banned out the Stukov, forced them to take them out. There is no Lily now available for them. And additionally, that puts them in a precarious position for who to pick. They could pick Lucio here, and So I guess sponsored by Rory. Didn't actually know Bernie Burn is a Master Lily player. We'll see if it's true. 475 games for Bernie Burn on Lily. Unfortunately, they did not take into account that he's also 765 games there. Whoa, we're going to get Uther here? Okay, we're going to get Uther here. I think this is an okay pick in this team comp, let alone what we're seeing right now is not a lot of AoE damage to really screw up an Uther pick. Now, I like the Sonya because she's going to be the solo lane. I'd like to see maybe a Blaze here. Blaze would give him the opportunity to have a solo laner. He has the bunker to help with situation of trying to escape. There's also Leoric they can pick up, as Leo does HP damage, which goes through Garash's armor. So he's also a pretty valuable pick here. And then finally, so they're gonna go with Thrall. I'm not sure I'm feeling the Thrall because you have to put him in the solo lane, and I don't think he really wins the lane against Sonya. It's, I believe, in Sonya's favor for the most part. So we're going to see Diablo. I'm hoping to see some nice wall bangs into roots. That's really a big differentiator for how well it happens. A team like play, like, do you have a support who can actually drop the roots as needed, take them out during that time? Because if you don't, until he gets the double charge, you're not really going to secure kills. They could actually put Greymane in the top lane. They might do something spicy like that, sponsored by Rory. Put Greymane in the top lane, and then have Thrall in the 4-man to try and get some stacks. Because this is a good map in general for Crash Lightning stacks. So our last pick should be another ranged DPS at this point. We already got 2 tanks. We got Hanzo. Whoa! This is hella spicy. So I was saying Bernie Burn plays a lot of Lucio. They just kind of like threw it completely for a loop there. Big Wiz is going to be playing Uther. We're going to see some D-Storm, baby. I'm hoping for D-Storm, Q build Uther, dropping some fat old Qs, walking into the roots to get his cooldowns reset. Yeah, I can actually get behind this. Game Freaks right now have, to me, the comp. That is the comp. Now, there is still definitely hope, don't get me wrong, for the side of sponsored by Rory. I'm just actually, I don't believe that they have the comp necessary to win the game at this point. They have a lot of damage, but between Hanzo, Sonya, and a D-Storm, Taunt, I don't think they'll be able to win these fights. It just seems like there'll be too much CC, too much sustain, and then Sonya and Hanzo just being able to do whatever they so choose. So we got Infofox once again on that garage, not respecting his garage. Bernie Burn on that Lucio, his #1 played support. Big Wiz on the Uther, Mayog on the Hanzo, and finally we got Fabre on that Sony, and that will be Game Freaks. On the other side, we got Giga Bombs on the Diablo. We got Coldum once again on that Greymane, Blue Laguna on the Genji, Smithel on that Malfurion, and finally we got Aura on the Thrall. So already I'm concerned. We're going to see Thrall in the top lane. He's going to be taking Echo the Elements, and this is a good map for, like I said, Crash Line. There's the throw, there's the combo. Blue Laguna getting too cheeky there, thinking he had what it takes to, poke on down someone. But Game Freaks responds in kind by saying, hell no. So Infofox taking a lot of damage right now, botting him out. There's the stun from Mega Bombs, and Infofox will have to back out. There is Bernie Burn picking up the globe. Remember, grab the globes. Don't give the enemy team the chance to grab them. And with double support, they should have no trouble clearing this up really easily. And we got Infofox still walking forward. There's the throw. Going to miss it. There is a Q, though, on Blue Laguna. In the top lane, yeah, playing out like I said. Fabre is going to body the Thrall, and they needed to put Gray main top instead. So that way he could at least clear significantly faster. We have 29 stacks, 9 stacks, and 3 stacks. He's 4 on the Thrall. We have the Nature Swiftness, the Swift as a Win, Wolfheart, which usually I think people take Viciousness now. We got the Slip, Tough as Nails, Silver Touch, Redemption, and Warbreaker, as I had already pointed out. So he's going to be going for the Serrated Arrows, I'm sure. They never outmatched. And people pick up this combo to be able to get essentially infinite Serrated Arrows procced, because you have it just up all the time with the extra attack speed. There's the Q, throw onto Ega Bombs. There's the follow-up. Infofox being knocked on back. Blue Laguna on Mayog. Infofox trying to hold the fort right now, but it will not be good enough. Overpower onto Big Wiz. Big Wiz will not survive, and the first kill of the game goes on to the side of Sponsored by Rory. In the top lane, playing out like I said still, we got Fabre winning it. Echo of the Elements is critical to be able to win the lane, because that with follow through is how you get the DPS necessary to officially, you know, kind of hold the lane and fight. So we have an early pickup for camps on the side of Sponsored by Rory. Early in comparison to Game Freaks, much better timing there on their part. And at this stage of the game, we'll have them, well, they have to contest and deal with this in the meantime. And Sponsored by Rory getting onto the objective significantly faster, and there is the race. Hanzo, however, will be able to start melting this, and they'll be able to catch up pretty quickly. Remember, he does have Serrated Arrows. He never completed Redemption, though, which is going to hurt. Well, it'll hurt a little bit, but not that much, because he's yet to actually get never outmatched. And there's Infofox going on in a nice throw combo onto the Thrall. Infofox just screwing around with him right now as Bernie Burn goes in as well. So all they need is the Hanzo. There comes Sonya onto Smithel. Smithel is about to get stunned and say goodbye with the alley-oop of the Immortal. So Hold'em almost dead. Bernie Burn is pretty low, but they don't actually secure it. Ooh, baby. I didn't actually expect him to get it, Mayog, and he did. Wish I actually got that on the cam. Some T-Tours there. I was just panning on back since I didn't expect any kill to happen. But top is now going to get pushed in. We're Sponsored by Rory. The good news is that they've lost a member, making this pretty easy for Mayog to actually get his Serrated Arrow value. But very nice overpowered. There's a leap over the wall. Ega Bombs has been thrown on in. Say goodnight, overstepping his bounds, not respecting the garage, and getting tossed on into the home of Game Freaks. So sevens have been hit, yet they never outmatched into the fray. We have the Battle Rage, we have the Party Mix coming on out, and we have the Poison Spear. So more blow up. Sevens are now hit on the side of Sponsored by Rory. We got the Diabolical Momentum, the Ancestral Wrath. He did pick up the Mana Tide, not the cooldown reduction for his wolves. We got the Vengeful Roots at 2 stacks. The Wild Growth. There's the throw and say goodbye to Hold'em. Hold'em, absolutely beautiful execution there. And they're looking for one more on Blue Laguna. There's another Q. He does have the Protected. It's not going to be good enough. The Hammer of Ass Whooping comes on out, and you have met the justice of Uther. In the bot lane, we got Fabre still holding down the fort, pushing in the lane. Echo of the Elements has finally been completed. We have no follow through instead. So there's the throwback onto Ega Bombs. There's the stun. There's the Oop, and there's a nice Q. He does hit the well. He does have full HP coming back, and they will not be able to, nuke his health pool fast enough. So they back on out. They do get a good chunk of this. Get the wall. They do not complete killing the well, which is not too big of a deal since a lot of people just go and tap in the mids for immortals. However, we have Bruiser Camp in a minute and 30 seconds, so neither team will be able to really leverage this until the halftime. And there we got the Wizened, Wizened Duelist, not Wizened, and the perfect defense. So they are now getting the never outmatch value. There's the Q completion for Infofox. There's the dive on Blue Laguna. Overpower. There's the stun onto Fabre. The cleanse coming out a little slow. Not too bad though. We're though taking a lot of damage. There's a nice root. Iga Bomb has been tossed on in. Not going to connect with the wall stun. There comes the damage. Say goodbye to Iga. And Blue Laguna trying his best to dish out the damage and force Game Freaks on back. But they also take a lot more. They take that Immortal. And it's down to 50% health. Fabre going on in, looking for some more kills. And Game Freaks are running away with this at this moment. They have 10s about to be completed. They have Fabre, Big Wiz just in there. There's the root. There's Aura coming on in, but he's in a really awkward position. There's the throw and the Q. Fabre not going to be long for this world as he has been taken out. The taunt comes on out. A nice Q from Infofox. There comes the arrow connecting with 3 members. The D-Storm. Smithel is down. Aura is down. Iga Bombs. That's a shot of Jaeger for him. He's going to need that to wake on up after that death. So, Game Freaks, talent advantage, just dropping it. There's the taunt. You got the master level Bernie Burn extraordinaire, a level 120 Lucio here, boys. So, take notes on how to play Lucio. Bernie Burn, I'll probably be able to teach you. So this isn't easy for going to be going down. We have Sonya in the top lane still, pushing out down. We got the Wrath. We have the Sound Barrier. We had the D-Storm that I was expecting, Dragon Arrow, and the Warlord's Challenge. Other side has finally hit 10. We got the EQ, the Twilight Dream, the Cursed Bullet, the APOC. I like this. The EQ with APOC really prevents people from running. There's a nice root. There's a lot of stacks coming on out. 12 for Vengeful Roots at this point, and it adds up. We're talking already over 70 damage, 84 damage to be precise, extra, and it starts hurting, and it helps you. It'll actually help you race because it hits, as you can see, 65 damage per second. That's now, as I said, another 84 damage. And so in total, you're going to have 840 damage come out from that on an Immortal race. So Fort is being pressured just enough so that they don't walk on out of here. And Mayog, Fabre, and Bernie Burn can take this in the meantime. Interestingly, we got Big Wiz sitting solo bottom. Which is okay because Big Wiz does have his Q build. He did take Hand of Protection. I really wished he would take the cooldown reduction because of the fact that it would get him more Qs and technically more heals even. Big Wiz chasing him down. There's the D-Storm. Bernie Burn coming on in. There's the boob. Oh my god. Coldham didn't even know what hit him because the Hammer of Ass Whooping came on in. There's the D-Storm. Raise your hands up and up high because your ass is goodbye. Big Wiz is really dropping some nice D-Storms here. And against this team, they're really vulnerable to D-Storms. So we have a 13-11 advantage. We had the Shaman Camp picked up. Other Shaman Camp available. Siege Camp has just been picked up. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Game Freaks just sticking it out and staying here. Infofox should throw him in. There's the Q. But he actually didn't throw him back to his team. There's the root. Another stack for Smithel. Overpower. There's the Indomitable and a taunt. Are we going to see the arrow come across the map? No, no arrow coming across. We do have Fabre coming on in, though. He still has it available. They don't fully commit. Q coming in again by Infofox. Really helping to actually chunk him and slow him. Remember, he has the Warbreaker, so additional damage over time. And he just keeps throwing him around. Like, at this point, Infofox is trading him like a sack of potatoes, tossing him all around, tossing him into his team, tossing him back to their team. There's another route, even more stacks. We're now at 15 stacks here. The broccoli is going to be hitting, and it's going to be hitting hard. In the meantime, we got Hanzo just soloing this because we have Thrall actually up here trying to hit, 13. And I actually would wish he would go back. Fabre getting pulled back. There's a silence, though. Smithel has secured them a kill. There's a D-Storm into the taunt. The D-Storm coming out a little bit too early, and Blue Laguna is looking for another kill. They do get the kill, but they have to give this up. They basically lost the Immortal in its entirety. They do hit 13. They can play defense here. Blue Laguna coming on deep onto Mayog. There's a charge onto Infofox. There's the root onto him. There's the Indomitable. The EQ comes on out. And we got a Blue Laguna who's dead. I guess it's a Black Laguna when he's dead. Dragon's Arrow will completely miss. APOC comes on out and hits 2 members. And it will not be good enough because Aegir Bombs is looking like he will be going on down here. And that is 2 members down now. The chase is still on. They're looking for more. Coldum looking to get... Coldum looking to escape. Mayog, though, is going to just finish this off. And this is a nearly full health Immortal. I gotta say, this is scary. They're about to hit 16. And they have a full shield Immortal. They should send one person down here to just safe soak this and rotate up. Although, to be fair, actually, screw that. They don't need to even rotate. There's a fort here. I forgot about this fort. This fort will hit him 16. I do not know if Sponsored by Rory will actually be able to reasonably defend this. Aura is trying his little smork part out to get them 16, but that's impossible. He needs to come back and start doing some damage. A nice curse bullet into the root. Infofox has been pulled over. The Indomitable will not be good enough. Say goodbye to Infofox. And Sponsored by Rory. There's the silence from Smithel. Aegir Bomb is going to be going down. We had the Dragon's Arrow come on out too. There's the Root. There's the D-Storm. The Sound Barrier has come on out. And they are trying to get another kill here. Coldum has been hit by the Immortal. We got the alley-oop there. And there is more blood on the floor. Blue Laguna coming on in. And he will be backing on out. Fabre, will he secure it? No, he won't. Mayog, though, No, the Protected. The Protected. There's the keep. And they will have to back on out. That was a nice back and forth from both teams. They get the kill on Garage, but then the silence looks like they'll get another kill from Smithel. But they don't. The D-Storm, Sound Bear, there's the EQ, Auto. Fabre actually does not get pulled over. A nice move for Bernie Burn there. Securing the safety of Fabre. The EQ is not going to be enough. The health on that core drops to 60%. So, Game Freaks has ran away with this game. 60% on the core, and they have now getting the siege top, but they have no Garage. Big Wiz getting caught on out there. There's the Dragon's Arrow to help disengage the situation, and it will not be good for either team. No kills, Baroque spent, but it does keep everyone alive. Garage coming on in. He's looking for the big plays. He's coming on in. There's the throw. There's the silence to Fabre. He's looking for the taunt. There's the follow-up taunt. Smithel in the ice block, and it will not be good enough because we have Diablo going on down. Smithel going on down. Coldum being chased. There's the throw. Right, Infofox looking for the hammer of ass whooping onto Aura. There's the boop. Big Wiz is going to land the hammer. One stun. Follow-up stun. Say goodbye. That's all she wrote. D-Storm. And 1, 2, 3... Game Freaks takes this game. They're now on the core, slapping it around silly. Infofox on there. Fabre just clearing it up so the Katas and the Siege can get there. Game Freaks looking super, super good. Now, that was some quality play from Game Freaks, and I really like the team draft they had there. And like I said originally, I'm not sure how it was going to play out, but uh, Game Freaks more than met my expectations there. They made any hope for sponsored by Rory look like a pipe dream at that point. So sit around tight. We'll go over some of the talents, some of the stats, and we're gonna see Hanzo and Sonya just like blowing it out of the park. 42, 44k, 42, 35k, 31k, 28k for a mouth. Actually dishing out a bunch of damage there too. So looking at the full build, I'm not going to actually, I'm just a mouse over them so you can quickly kind of see. We had the Thunderstorm, anything unusual, Frostwolf's Grace, Ice Block, Nature's Balance here. Final Cut, nothing out of ordinary. We did have the X Strike instead. Wolfheart, the Thick Skin, Duelist, Howl, and Executioner. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We had the Piercing Arrows. We had the Ninja Assassin. We had the Well Met, the Benediction. So you're able to basically get double D's out, or double D's, double stuns. Okay, normal build from Sonya. Slip, Chase the Base. Party Mix, Sound Barrier, back in the mix. And Rejuvenantia. So we got all that in there. Let's see if we can actually get someone on in for an interview. So sit on tight.